God, my lips are like leather. That's better. For those of you who are unaware, my game launched last week, and exactly 1 week ago, and it didn't do too hot, not gonna lie. No, it did quite terrible. One of the things was no one has written a review for my game, positive or negative. That's actually not entirely true. One of the curators I sent to my game to did review it, but so anyways, I figured, well, if no one's gonna write a review for my game,
fine. I'll do it myself.
So, last week, an hour before my game launched, so it was 11 a.m., the game launched at 12 p.m. exactly, I wrote down in my notebook, which I've got right here, my handy dandy notebook. You can see it's even got my little YouTube profile on it, picture on it, in the sticker form. Yeah. And so I wrote down an honest review of my game. A full, complete 1 page and 2 pages. An honest review of my game from a developer's perspective. I think it's a good thing to be able to take a step back and analyze your game and realize what's wrong with it and what needs to be fixed. And doing that every so often can lead to a much higher quality product. I figured I might as well read this review, express the ideas, and then summarize it for a Steam page review, because apparently, even though I developed the game, I'm not barred from reviewing it, which I think is actually a fair system, because a developer's opinion is just as valid as everyone else's, even if it's inherently biased towards the product they created. But if you don't want to watch this video it's too long, don't watch. Buy the game, first link in the description. So right off the bat, I start off by breaking down my review into the single player section and the multiplayer section, because if you play the game and you play the single player and you play the multiplayer, you'll realize they're pretty much separate. They're drastically different and pretty much separate game modes and separate games. Just because it's a game designed for multiplayer, it didn't translate well into single player. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just read my single player review. The single player is very incomplete. It's fully functional, but that's about as far as it goes. There's no increase or difficulty or progression as the levels go on, and other than the base size increasing in size, which doesn't add to the difficulty, it just makes the round lengths longer. And so there's no difficulty curve or reason to keep playing it once you've gotten a feel for the single player. And the maze generation had all dead ends and stretches removed, which is great for multiplayer, but makes the single player extremely easy to just deadline to the end. So the single player is way too easy and bare bones in content, and there's not much to it. If I were to fix it, I would do things like add in secondary objects or things you have to find randomly scattered throughout the maze before you can make it to the end. Maybe add in some extra threats that are just randomly present throughout the maze. Give the poltergeist some more ability. Add a little timer so you're under pressure. And there's a lot of ways I could make the single player a better game, but frankly, I'm not working on the game, and I don't think I will be for the foreseeable future, unless someone happens to play it on stream and it blows up like Among Us. The multiplayer experience is better, but far from great. It has a good concept and animations, but lacks balance. I'll admit it was hard to get a good feeling of the multiplayer when I couldn't get more than 3 people on it any time. The runners lack things to do, and the poltergeist or plague bearer rely on wandering around hoping to find someone. So that's my review of the multiplayer. It's fun. There's a lot of novelty there. It's a fun, novel idea, but it's not the most content depth idea, and it could definitely use a lot more fleshing out. But it's got the ideas there, and it's not bad. Like, I do enjoy the game. I just think it's pretty far away from getting worked on. And if I wanted to fix the game, well, when I say the game, I mean the multiplayer. If I wanted to fix the multiplayer, here's what I would do. I would give the poltergeist and plague bearer more abilities. I would give the runners a way to fight back, or at least delay their death. I would also add in several more game modes or options to play, so you're not just stuck doing the same thing. Ultimately, my review is the game needs a lot of work, and if you're looking for a full, complete single player game, I actually would not recommend the game, honestly. It's just not that. But if you're looking for a novel little party game to play with friends for an hour or two, and you're okay with spending $3 on such an experience, then go ahead, buy my game. It's perfect for that. Or alternatively, if you're interested in investing in this idea, watching it grow, then I would say buy the game and get everyone else to buy the game, because the more people who purchase this game, the more I'm able to work on it. So that's my analysis of my game Cornmaze Craze. It got a little bit rambly at some points, but overall, it could be summarized as the game needs work, but it's a good game and you should totally buy it anyways. As long as you have friends to play it with, that's a big one. If you're looking for a single player experience, Cornmaze Craze is not for you. And I've got ideas to fix it, but I need a return and investment, and I just have not gotten those things. I don't really have a proper former outro yet, but all I can say is have a great day, take care, and bye.